Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about Halo Infinite, the Battle Royale game mode, what we know about it, the pros and cons about it, and how it would affect the whole community and game as a whole. There's been a lot of discussion, a lot of talk about it over the last couple of days. Some big streamers have weighed in, and since I have been consistently asked over and over again, Remy, please make a video about this, here we are. My goal for this video is I really want to make it so you guys can make up your own decision. I'm going to give you the positives, the negatives, what we know about Battle Royale as a whole. I'm going to talk about big streamers talking about things and how it influences their viewers, and then Battle Royales as a whole. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, I can almost say with 100% certainty, Halo Infinite is not going to feature a Battle Royale game mode on launch. From the files, we saw that Jeff Stites actually has an announcer that says Battle Royale. And on top of that, there was a leaked image of like a zone closing in that will slowly deal damage if you're outside of that zone. What I think will end up happening is when Forge is released 3 to 6 months down the track, people will actually design Battle Royale and they'll make it their own Forged game mode. If modders get early access to Forge, like how it was in the flight test, and people could get into custom games when they weren't supposed to be in custom games, and they can get into an unfinished version of Forge, I feel like that will just spread like wildfire, and then we might get game modes early. But that really falls to 343 to make sure there's no leaking or there's no pre-existing files anywhere, because as we know, all of the campaign spoilers that happened, and there was a whole bunch of images that were for concept art that were also in the flight tests. So when the full game releases, it's going to be very important that 343 doesn't leave anything in there, otherwise people are going to find it and people are going to exploit it. Next up, we're going to be talking about big streamers and their effect on their audience from what they say. Now, I'm not going to be basing this off of the one streamer, who I'm not going to mention, who said that Halo Infinite will die within 3 weeks if it doesn't have a Battle Royale game mode. This has been happening for a very long time, and it's not just exclusive to Halo. But I remember when Halo Reach PC came out, there's another big streamer who was playing exclusively Halo Reach Hardcore PC. So he was versing all the pros, and he got really frustrated with the game because he couldn't beat them. Irrespective of what he was using, keyboard and mouse or controller, it's very unlikely that after not playing for 6 years, you're going to pick it up and actually destroy or do really well against people who are world champions who have never gotten off the game. And because of this, he insulted the game, he demanded changes over Twitter. This led to the entire chat repeatedly insulting the game, everything about it, every single time he played it. His viewership dropped because of this, and because he kept on complaining and was frustrated all the time, and he ended up leaving within a week to go back to the other games. Didn't even try social, just hardcore against the pros. Now you may ask, Remy, how does this tie into the other streamers saying Halo Infinite's going to die within 3 weeks without a Battle Royale? And that regardless of if the game was good or not, I don't feel like it was given a chance. A proper chance. Now everyone can have their opinion about the game, and if it's shit, all power to you. Insult the absolute hell out of the game. Make it constructive, I would argue, instead of just straight out insulting it and saying it sucks. Like what I've done for the Halo Infinite flight test, I've pointed out what I love, what I don't like, what I want to see changed. You are a big streamer, so you have influence. People listen to you. You have a voice. Don't go into a campaign overview and just completely say it needs Battle Royale over and over again and pause the video over and over again. That after all the changes and all the graphical changes and all the upgrades that have happened to Halo Infinite, the big campaign reveal of how 343 has worked tirelessly to try and make the campaign the best Halo campaign we have ever seen, it was just someone complaining that it doesn't have a game mode. That's why people were upset. And I would guarantee that 99% of you guys watching this video, who are Halo fans, would agree with that. Because of everyone giving feedback, 1 about the graphics of the campaign, 2 about certain gameplay aspects we're not happy with. We have tried to give as much feedback as possible to try change the game for the better as much as we, the community, can. And then after all of that, for someone to then say, yeah, but it doesn't have a Battle Royale. People are just like, really? Especially with all the content that is going to be coming to the game. I myself know that I have at least 6 months to a year's worth of content that I can create once the game comes out. I have a full notepad and whiteboard full of content ideas ready to go. Saying it's going to die within 3 weeks is just not true. I understand that Halo doesn't have a really large population, but the population that has stayed, you guys who are subscribed to me, who have built up this channel over the past year, doing all MCC stuff on older games, you guys are the dedicated Halo community. Doesn't matter if we don't have that external massive success. We have this core group of people who truly love the series and want it to do well. That's something I really reflected on the last week. I'm like, even if Halo Infinite doesn't have that huge breakout success, it'll still have this group of Halo fans who love Halo, who think it's a great game, and we're going to enjoy it because 343 has worked their asses off to deliver a really good product. As a little side note, Battlefield, I noticed on Twitch, had probably like 4 or 5 times the viewership. And from playing the 2 betas, I highly recommend Halo Infinite over Battlefield. And I know some people are going to say, Romy, you're biased, you're a Halo YouTuber. But just the state of one game compared to the other, and the development time of Halo Infinite, and then seeing the campaign and the multiplayer of Halo Infinite and compare it to just multiplayer of Battlefield, it's really no comparison. And that's not me throwing shade at Battlefield either, I had a really good time playing it. I just preferred Halo. Nevertheless, the interest in actually watching it on Twitch was far, far lower. Maybe that was because you had to actually sign up to be a Halo insider, whereas Battlefield you just downloaded it. That might have something to do with it. So this leads me on to my final point of the video, Halo Infinite as a battle royale. Yes, it would be an incredible game mode to have. The sandbox would be around at 120% and would flow really, really well. And you would attract an audience that is only interested in Battle Royale. As I've said many times before, Call of Duty had a really good trickle-down effect of people playing the COD Warzone VR and actually going into the other multiplayer game modes. So it would be a great thing to have after launch, once Forge has come out. Hell, even if it's developer made, after the initial game has come out and every other feature is there, I feel like the majority of the Halo community would welcome it. You'd have all the people who don't want it, who can play the other game modes. You could have the new audience who just want to play Battle Royale and just play that. 343 Industries really seems like they're going for accessibility, that Halo Infinite is for everybody, so I think it'll come to the game down the track in its 10-year life cycle. So that pretty much sums up what I wanted to say. I really try to advocate for you guys, whether it be your feedback, your opinions. I really try and make it so your voice is heard. But let me know what you guys think of Halo Infinite as a Battle Royale. I think I know what the majority of you are going to say already, but I specifically didn't insult any of the streamers, so please try avoid doing that in the comments. You can have your opinion, but don't rip someone's head off. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. See you later, guys.